Shalom, Shabbath, Shalom, Laha Alahayim. Peaceful Sabbath, happy Sabbath to the gods. Awathan, Kahalayim La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Giving all praises to Yahweh in the name of Yahushua, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors unto the elder apostles, the elder bishops, and the head elders of all the camps of Great Millstone GMS who do who well. Peace, salutations, blessings be upon the house of David, the hopeful elect scattered abroad. It's your brother Tazapanya with a in transit, current events, quick hit through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect. So Putin, I think yesterday, said that he was going to back out today on the 18th of the Ukrainian grain deal, which has to do with Ukraine, who is the majority or half producer of all grain in the world, corn and wheat in the world. And when the whole Crimea bridge and things of that nature happened, they pretty much put a blockade on the main route that it needs for export to get to, wherever it needs to get to. I think the United Nations and Turkey came together to try to broker that deal with Russia, and they accepted it. But now, because of the escalation of this squabble, like they say on the West Coast, you see what I'm saying? In Cali, what's the name? Putin is like, nah, fuck it. I'm not doing no more deal. It's completely blocked off, blah, blah, blah. Now, the world and financial analysts and others are saying basically that global food crisis is going to exacerbate, all right, because of it, And when I heard that, I thought of the scriptures, specifically about the grain, right? Now, what was it? Second Esdras, I think it's 16 and 21, where it goes on to say um, that victuals shall be so good and cheap upon the earth that they may think themselves to be in good case, and then shall evil, even at that time, shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, pestilence, and great confusion. You see, so this famine is going to come, man. And which is all orchestrated, as us watchmen know, the devices of Satan, the physical counterpart, the devil, the deceiver, the false accuser that the Bible speaks of. The so-called white man, which is true biblical identity, is the Edomites. Starting off with the top international banking family elite, usually of the Amalek stock, the tribe of Edom, okay, that they're trying to push this agenda and eventually get to their, fill their belly and heap upon unto them all people through the RFID hit. So they know the scriptures, they know Exodus, they know what happened in the land and what happens with famine, and when you besiege the city, they know the war tactics. They want people desperate so that they can force them into the corner. And this is why they're trying to make the world basically a moralless place, because, only Jake can have faith anyway, but people without no faith is not going to rely on Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. See? So, that's the reason for all of the, just the immoral, low trial. Matter of fact, America is what? Psalms 23. Yeah, Psalms 23. The valley of the shadow of death, right? It's a valley because it's a low place. You see what I'm saying? It's a very low place in morals, right? Shadow of death because death is always, especially over Jake because of the curses, is always, um, what's the name? Basically, shadowing you. You know, you don't know if you're gonna live, die. You driving, police come behind you. You don't know if you're gonna get shot or not, right? So I wanted to get this last script too in Revelation chapter 6, verse 6, right? And it reads, "And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine." So barley and wheat are grains, man. Okay? And these are essential things for the upkeep of nutrition, or what, what the world, eats and shit. You see what I'm saying? Wheat bread, whole wheat bread, um, you know, barley and beers and um rye and corn, high fructose corn syrup, corn tortilla, corn this, corn that. So when it goes into a penny, right, it's denarian, which is a day's wage, an old Roman Empire soldier's wage, man, that he got paid for a day. You see what I'm saying? So you're a regular, law-abiding citizen, middle class person. You see what I'm saying? In America, whatever that they approximately make for a day is what's going to cost for a certain measure, all right, of a daily food, man. You know, victuals is going to be cheap, provisions, food is going to be cheap, but then it's going to skyrocket. What do we call that? Hyperinflation. You see what I'm saying? So, and y'all see the gas. I don't, out here, we, I put premium in the car. We at $4.40 all over again. You see what I'm saying? Nobody talking about that. You feel me? So everything is going to skyrocket again. This grain deal can exacerbate it, and we started now, and that famine is going to hit to another level as well, man. You know, so it's going to get crazy out here. It's going to get crazy out here. Elder Malcolm did a video too that he liked to bring out. In a green tree. Basically, it's a scripture. I think it's in the book of Luke. You see how much more in a dry tree. Basically, like when shit is prosperous, look how niggas in Jake act. Still looting and rioting and fucking acting belligerent. Let there be no food in the stores. See how niggas act, man. You see what I'm saying? So, famine, that shit is a serious thing, man. You know what I mean? You got to remember one of the curses. A lot of the things that what is it? That Yahushua was talking about in the Gospels, like in Matthew 24, whatever, regarding 70 AD. Some of those things we can apply to today, right? And what happened in the siege, the battle of Masada and the siege from 66 to about 73 AD, that 7-year period. When you go into the curses and you actually go into the secular history, the antiquity of Josephus and things of that nature, all right, it talks about how women were actually eating their own children, man. That's a harsh thing to even fathom. But this is the times that we coming into. These niggas already eating abominable foods. You feel me? Eating bloody ass steaks, uncooked meat. You feel me? How much more in a dry tree, man? You see what I'm saying? So yeah, like I said before, the two things that our elders who rule well, who deserve double honors, starting with Tahar and down, keep your eyes on the Levant region and your eyes on the financial markets, man. All right. RFID HIP MOTB, Jacob's Trouble, World War III, salvation, Lord willing. Lord willing, Adawan Ratazah, Abba Ratazah, Yahweh Ratazah, that was edifying to the elect. Keep watching. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see what comes of this. You know what I mean? And how it affects the whole world, man. Because this thing is gonna be a global thing. This is not just an American thing, man. All right, you go into Zephaniah, you know, a crash from the hills. You see what I'm saying? It's not just one government. It's all the smaller governments that's connected to the world reserve currency is gonna go down. You see what I'm saying? And that's why BRICS is trying to prepare themselves for it by creating a new currency. But even so, because of the global construct that is all connected together, even if they have that currency, they're still going to be affected to a certain degree when America's dollar crashes, man. You see what I'm saying? You got to remember in Revelation, 18? They're going to wail um, when the merchant city gets destroyed because of all the money that they made from America, man. So if that's the case, when the actual missiles come, just imagine when the dollar crashes in the Great Reset. You know? You got to remember, when you reset a computer, when you restart your iPhone, everything shuts down. Not no one part. You know what I mean? The whole thing. So the whole globe is the global reset. That's why they call it the Great Reset. The whole world is going to be on the digital system to get ready for universal basic income, central bank digital currencies that will be used via the radio frequency identification charagma, semiconductor sub implant. Okay, so with that, man, again, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahushan. To the next time, Akim Yahweh Bashim Yahshua Brakatam. To the next time, Shalom.